Hey, welcome back. In this video, I get to show you all the fun things you can do with the whiteboard. So let's get started. Remember those 6 tables we started out with? 6, 12, 18, 24, and we said 18, 24, 10 times? This is another fun game that you can play with your kids. Again, you can take it anywhere you go. Watch this. We'll start with putting all the answers in just to give your child some review. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Again, up to 6 squared. Okay, now down below, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to leave some blanks. Watch. 6, 18, 24, blank, 36. You see how I did that? Now, remember how I told you that we're going to start easy when learning a new skill? This is a new skill. So what's the easy part? The answers are right here. Now your child gets to fill in the blanks using a different color. So let's open up the green here. Your child will say, oh, I see it, 12, 30. Great. And now you get to change it up. 6, 12, blank, blank. Put those together, the 18, 24, because they know them really well together. 30, blank. Now we have 3 spaces that they get to fill in. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I did that one for you. 36. This is also fun for them because they don't have to fill in the whole thing, right? You've done the work for them. 1824 was filled out for them. So just having to fill in 2 places makes it more manageable. So you can go ahead and erase these and play any different combinations that you want. When you feel your child is ready, you can go ahead and erase the top answers and see what they can do. Now, if your child can't do this or you're experiencing some panic, don't worry. There's no pressure here. Just go back a step. Go ahead and put the answers at the top. Every child does this at their own pace. Here's another game that you can play. Good old-fashioned tic-tac-toe. Here's how this works. 3 levels. Level 1, put in the math problems. Don't forget to put the answers on top of the board, especially if they're not in your kid's head. So let's put 6, 12, since we're working with the 6s, 18, 24, 30, 36. Where are the answers? On the board. No pressure. If your child already feels confident with the 6s, they'll say, in my head. Cool, let's keep going. So in the board, you're going to write 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4. Again, we're only doing it to the square. So 6 times 6 is as high as we go. And yeah, you're going to have to double it. So I like to double it for one of the harder ones, like 1824, so they get extra review. So we have all of these covered. And I like to, this is when I sneak in that 6 times 0, because anything times 0 is 0. That's easy. It's like a freebie. Okay, so you go first because you're showing your child how we played this game. Once they know, they can go first. So it's tic-tac-toe. They get to choose. You want to be X or O? Give them as much power. Give them choices. Great. So here's how this works. In order for me to claim my spot, I have to say the answer. Where are the answers? Right here. So here's how skip counting can help us. 6 times 2. If I want to go here, 6 times 2, 6 2 times, 6, 12. Perfect. Now it's their turn. 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18. 18. And it's that simple. You can use this game, level 1, for every one of the math facts. Okay? If you're doing the 4 tables, and so you're just doing 4 squared, so 4 times 1 to 4 times 4, you can double them. If you're doing the 9s, it fills up perfectly. So once your kids get really, really good at this part, even able to do it without the answers, watch level 2. Level 2, you're going to put the answers in the board. Here's what I mean. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Let's repeat since we're only doing the 6s. And of course, I like to repeat those challenge ones, 18 and 24. Okay, so now, again, you're going to go first because it's the first time your child is understanding how to play level 2. What you need to do is to figure out how many times we did 6 to get these numbers. So if I went first, I would say 12. Let's see. 6 2 times. 6 times 2. Boom. Now it's your child's turn. 6 times 1. Yeah, my turn. 18. 6, 12, 18. 3. Yes. Awesome. Now it's your child's turn. 36. Oh, 36. That's the end of the square. 6 times 6. That's one way to get to it. Or they might just go through it all. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. 6 times 6. Too bad I'm gonna block him. 18. 6 times 6, 12, 18. 3. And that's how it's done. Now I want to show you how this is magic. Now I know that you signed up for a multiplication course, but here's a bonus. Division comes naturally when you do it this way. So let's put our answers on the board. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Again, 18, 24, and 36. Why not? Now, your child may have already had some experience, or this may look familiar to you. And if they do, they might see this symbol and say, oh, I don't know that. That's too hard. And it might have been. And I totally get it. And you can acknowledge that for them, but let them know that you've done a lot of work to get to this point, that this just comes naturally. So trust me. So let's continue. We are going to put a 6 in each space, okay? So what's going on here? 18 divided by 6 divided by, what does that mean? Division, what does that even mean? Okay, hold on a minute, because you already know. They're asking you if you had to take 18 and divide it, separate it into equal parts so that each part would have 6, which means how many times? How many times does 6 go into 18? Perfectly. 6, 18, 24. 3. Well, that's the answer. Boom. You just did division. Okay, so then if you were to play with your child, let's erase that one and start over so the game's even here. That was 18 divided by 6. Okay. And so now we play. 12 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into 12? 6, 12. 2 times. Bingo. 2 times. Your turn. 36 divided by 6. How many times can 6 go into 36? 6? Yeah, because 6 times 6 is 36. That's the magic of learning multiplication forwards and backwards. When we learn it this way, when you take this game, the simple game of tic-tac-toe, super fun, and you build them up, level 1, level 2, level 3, and you show them by learning multiplication answers forwards and backwards, division comes naturally. Let's finish this game to get a better understanding. So, my turn. 18 divided by 6. How many times can 6 go into 18? 3 times. Amazing. Oh, but then your child is smart. 24 divided by 6. How many times can 6 go into 24? Perfectly. 6, 12, 18, 24. Now, if you notice that your child is using their fingers to skip count, that's okay. It won't be forever. It beats counting out every single one. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. That's very effective counting. Eventually, they'll be able to do that in their head. And then the next step would be just knowing the answer, because the knowledge is there. They just have to pull from the relationship that they built with these numbers. Now, some of you out there might be saying, what is this? Because you learned this as division. Now, this depends where you are in the world. In some places, this is division. In other places, this is division. So that being said, if this is the way that your child needs to learn in school or at home in your country, that is the best way to support them. And so you're going to use this symbol and this setup on your tic-tac-toe board. That should clear things up. The sky's the limit of what you can do with this whiteboard. I'm super excited that now you have a few games that are going to help you help your child with math. I'll see you in the next video.